The Bright Adventure. Chapter 1. A Fateful Encounter. Julian, a young scholar, visits a small village in France. He loves books and old stories. One evening, he goes to a literary salon, a place where people talk about books and poems. In the salon, there are many people, but one woman catches his eye. Her name is Isolde. She has long, curly hair and wears a long, flowing dress. She looks different from everyone else, like she is from another time. Julian feels nervous but decides to talk to her. He walks over to her. Julian. Hello, my name is Julian. I saw you from across the room. You seem to love books as much as I do. Isolde looks at Julian and smiles. Her smile makes Julian feel warm inside. Isolde. Hello, Julian. I do love books. They are my friends. My name is Isolde. It's nice to meet you. Julian and Isolde start talking about their favorite books. Julian likes her voice. It is soft and kind. Julian. She knows so much about books, and she is so beautiful. I feel happy talking to her. Isolde. Do you like mysterious stories, Julian? Stories about magic and old secrets? Julian. Yes, I do. Do you know any such stories? Isolde. Yes, many. I come from a family with a long and mysterious past. Maybe one day I will tell you more. Julian wants to know more now, but he doesn't ask. He just listens and enjoys being with Isolde. Julian. She is so interesting. There is something special about her. They talk for a long time. The room is noisy, but Julian only hears Isolde. He feels like they are the only two people there. As the evening ends, Julian is sad to leave, but Isolde gives him a small, beautiful smile. Isolde. I hope we meet again, Julian. Maybe I can tell you one of my stories next time. Julian. I would like that very much, Isolde. Julian leaves the salon feeling happy. He can't wait to see Isolde again and hear her stories. He feels like something special is starting. Chapter 2. Whispers of the Past. After their first meeting, Julian can't stop thinking about Isolde. He wonders about her mysterious past and the stories she mentioned. One day, he decides to visit the village library to learn more about her family. At the library, Julian meets an old librarian named Pierre. He asks Pierre if he knows anything about the history of the village and the families who have lived there for many years. Julian. Hello, sir. My name is Julian. I'm interested in learning about the history of this village. Do you have any books about it? Pierre. Yes, Julian. We have many books about the village's history. Are you researching for a project? Julian. Sort of. I met someone recently, Isolde, and she mentioned that her family has a long history here. I want to learn more about it. Pierre. Isolde, you say? Her family, the Montaigne, have indeed been a part of this village for centuries. Their history is quite fascinating. Julian feels a spark of excitement. He listens intently as Pierre tells him about the Montaigne family's legacy of magic and mystery. Pierre. Legend has it that the Montaignes were skilled practitioners of the mystical arts. They were rumored to possess ancient knowledge and powers beyond the ordinary. Julian. Wow, that's amazing. Do you think Isolde knows about this? Pierre. It's possible. The Montaigne family has always been secretive, passing down their knowledge from generation to generation. Isolde may hold some of these secrets. After his conversation with Pierre, Julian is even more intrigued by Isolde. He wonders what secrets she might be hiding and what stories she could share with him. Julian. Isolde's family history is so mysterious. I can't wait to learn more about it from her. Feeling excited and curious, Julian decides to visit Isolde again and ask her about her family's past. He hopes she will trust him enough to share her secrets. Chapter 3. Shadows of Doubt. Julian's curiosity about Isolde's mysterious past grows stronger with each passing day. He eagerly waits for an opportunity to speak with her again and learn more about her family's secrets. One afternoon, Julian decides to visit Isolde at her home. As he walks down the cobblestone path leading to her quaint cottage, he feels a mix of excitement and nervousness. Julian. Hello, Isolde. It's Julian. May I come in? Isolde opens the door with a warm smile, but Julian notices a hint of hesitation in her eyes. Isolde. Hello, Julian. Of course, please come in. Julian steps into Isolde's cozy living room, filled with antique furniture and shelves lined with old books. He can't help but feel a sense of wonder and mystery in the air. Julian. Isolde, I've been thinking a lot about our conversation at the salon. You mentioned that your family has a long and mysterious history. Can you tell me more about it? Isolde's smile fades slightly, and she looks down at her hands, fidgeting nervously. Isolde. My family's history is indeed long and complex, Julian, but some things are better left unsaid. There are secrets that should remain buried. Julian senses Isolde's reluctance to talk about her past, but his curiosity gets the better of him. Julian. I understand, Isolde, but I can't help but wonder about the stories you mentioned. I want to know more about you and your family. Isolde's expression softens, and she meets Julian's gaze with a mixture of sadness and determination. Isolde. Very well, Julian. I will tell you what I can, but you must promise me that you will keep an open mind and not judge me based on what you hear. Julian nods eagerly, his heart racing with anticipation as Isolde begins to reveal the secrets of her family's past. He listens intently, captivated by her every word, and begins to understand the weight of the burden she carries. Julian. Isolde's past is filled with mystery and darkness, but no matter what secrets she holds, I will stand by her side. As the afternoon wears on, Julian and Isolde share more intimate moments, strengthening the bond between them. But lurking in the shadows of Isolde's past are secrets that threaten to unravel their newfound connection. Chapter 4. Illness and Omens. Julian continues to spend time with Isolde, drawn to her mysterious aura despite the secrets she keeps. However, as their bond deepens, Julian notices subtle changes in Isolde's demeanor and health. One sunny afternoon, Julian arrives at Isolde's cottage for their usual meeting. He finds her sitting by the window, looking pale and tired. Julian. Isolde, you don't look well. Are you feeling all right? Isolde forces a weak smile, but her eyes betray her discomfort. Isolde. I'm fine, Julian. Just a bit under the weather, that's all. Despite Isolde's reassurances, Julian can't shake the feeling of unease. He watches as Isolde struggles to maintain her composure, her hands trembling ever so slightly. Julian. Isolde? Perhaps you should see a doctor. It might be more than just a passing illness. Isolde's smile falters, and she looks away, avoiding Julian's concerned gaze. Isolde. I appreciate your concern, Julian, but there's nothing a doctor can do. Some things cannot be explained by medicine. Julian senses Isolde's reluctance to seek help, but he respects her wishes and decides to stay by her side, offering whatever support he can. Julian. All right, Isolde. I'll stay with you and help in any way I can. You're not alone in this. As the days pass, Isolde's condition worsens, and Julian becomes increasingly worried. He notices her growing weakness and hears her whispering incoherently in her sleep. Julian. Something isn't right. Isolde needs help, but I don't know how to help her. Despite his growing concern, Julian remains steadfast in his commitment to Isolde, determined to uncover the truth behind her mysterious illness and offer her the support she needs. Chapter 5. Descent into Madness. As Isolde's condition continues to deteriorate, Julian becomes increasingly desperate to help her. He spends sleepless nights researching ancient remedies and seeking advice from anyone who might offer a glimmer of hope. One evening, Julian sits by Isolde's bedside, watching over her as she sleeps fitfully. Suddenly, she awakens with a start, her eyes wide with fear. Isolde. Julian, I can feel it. Something dark is lurking in the shadows. waiting to consume me. Julian's heart sinks as he listens to Isolde's words. He reaches out to comfort her, but she recoils, her eyes darting around the room frantically. Julian, Isolde, you're just imagining things. There's nothing here but us. You're safe with me. Isolde shakes her head, her breath coming in short, panicked gasps. Isolde, no, Julian, you don't understand. It's real. The darkness is coming for me, and I don't know how to stop it. Julian feels a surge of helplessness wash over him as he watches Isolde's fear consume her. He knows he must find a way to help her, but he's running out of options. Julian, I can't lose her. I won't let the darkness take her away from me. Determined to uncover the truth behind Isolde's visions, Julian delves deeper into her family's history, searching for clues that might lead to a solution. But with each passing day, the darkness closes in, threatening to engulf them both in its sinister embrace. As Julian struggles to find answers, he must confront his own fears and doubts, knowing that the key to saving Isolde lies within the shadows of her past. Will he find the strength to face the darkness head-on, or will he be consumed by it, along with the woman he loves? Chapter 6. The Light Within. Julian's determination to save Isolde from the darkness grows stronger with each passing day. Despite his fears and doubts, he refuses to give up hope and continues to search for a way to help her. One morning, Julian receives a letter from an old friend who claims to have knowledge of ancient rituals that could banish the darkness plaguing Isolde. With renewed hope, Julian sets out to meet his friend and learn more about these mysterious rituals. Julian. Isolde, I've received a letter from an old friend who might be able to help us. I'm going to meet him and learn more about these rituals. Please hold on a little longer. I'll do whatever it takes to save you. Isolde nods weakly, a glimmer of hope flickering in her eyes. Isolde, thank you, Julian. I believe in you. Bring back the light, and together, we will overcome the darkness. With Isolde's words echoing in his mind, Julian sets out on his journey, his heart filled with determination and hope. Along the way, he encounters many challenges and obstacles, but he refuses to be deterred. Finally, Julian reaches his friend's secluded cottage, where he is welcomed with open arms. His friend, a wise old sage, listens intently as Julian recounts Isolde's plight and the darkness that threatens to consume her. Friend, fear not, young Julian. The key to banishing the darkness lies within you. Only by embracing the light within yourself can you hope to save Isolde. Julian listens intently as his friend imparts ancient wisdom and teaches him the sacred rituals passed down through generations. Armed with newfound knowledge and a renewed sense of purpose, Julian returns to Isolde's side, ready to confront the darkness and bring back the light that will save her. Julian. Isolde, I've learned of a way to banish the darkness and save you, but I need your strength and belief to make it work. Will you trust me? Isolde nods, her eyes shining with hope. Isolde, I trust you, Julian. Together we will overcome the darkness and emerge into the light. With Isolde's unwavering belief and Julian's newfound courage, they embark on a journey of healing and transformation, determined to reclaim their future and banish the shadows that threaten to tear them apart. Chapter 7. Embracing the Light. With renewed determination and Isolde's unwavering trust, Julian sets out to confront the darkness that has plagued her for so long. He prepares to perform the ancient rituals he learned from his friend, hoping to banish the shadows and bring back the light. As Julian prepares for the ritual, he feels a mix of nervousness and excitement. He knows that the outcome is uncertain, but he is willing to risk everything to save Isolde. Julian. Isolde, are you ready? We must begin the ritual now. Isolde nods, her eyes filled with determination. Isolde. Yes, Julian. I believe in you. Together, we will overcome the darkness. With Isolde by his side, Julian begins the sacred ritual, calling upon the powers of light and love to banish the shadows that surround them. He closes his eyes and focuses all his energy on channeling the light within himself. As Julian recites the ancient incantations, he feels a surge of energy coursing through him. He opens his eyes to see a blinding light emanating from his hands, illuminating the room and pushing back the darkness. Julian. Isolde, can you feel it? The light is driving away the darkness. Isolde nods, her face radiant with joy and relief. Isolde. Yes, Julian, I can feel it. The darkness is fading away, and I feel lighter than I have in years. As the ritual reaches its climax, Julian and Isolde join hands and raise them towards the sky, basking in the warm glow of the light that surrounds them. In that moment, they know that they have overcome the darkness and emerged into the light together. Julian. We did it, Isolde. We banished the darkness and brought back the light. Isolde smiles, tears of gratitude streaming down her cheeks. Isolde. Thank you, Julian. I could not have done it without you. You are my light in the darkness, and I will always be grateful for your love and support. With the darkness finally vanquished, Julian and Isolde embrace each other, knowing that their love and strength will carry them through whatever challenges lie ahead. Together, they embark on a new chapter of their lives, filled with hope, love, and the promise of a brighter future. Chapter 8. Embracing the Future. With the darkness banished and the light restored, Julian and Isolde embrace the dawn of a new day. They revel in the warmth of their love and the promise of a brighter future together. One morning, Julian wakes up to find Isolde standing by the window, her eyes shining with joy and excitement. Isolde. Julian, look outside. The sun is shining and the birds are singing. It's a beautiful day, filled with endless possibilities. Julian smiles, his heart overflowing with gratitude and love for Isolde. Julian. Yes, Isolde, it truly is a beautiful day. And with you by my side, I know that anything is possible. As they sit down to breakfast, Julian and Isolde make plans for the future. They dream of traveling the world together, exploring new places, and creating memories that will last a lifetime. Isolde. Julian, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. Will you marry me? Julian's eyes widen in surprise, but his heart sings with joy at Isolde's words. Julian. Yes, Isolde. I would be honored to marry you. You are the love of my life, and I can't imagine spending my days with anyone else. With tears of happiness in their eyes, Julian and Isolde embrace, knowing that their love will light the way through whatever challenges they may face. As they embark on their journey together, hand in hand, Julian and Isolde are filled with hope and excitement for the future. With each step they take, they know that their love will guide them through the darkest of times and lead them towards a future filled with light, love, and endless possibilities. The end. The story presented in the chapters provided appears to be written at an A2 level of English proficiency, according to the Common European Framework of Reference for Languages, CEFR. Here's why. 1. Vocabulary. The vocabulary used throughout the story is relatively simple and straightforward, consisting mainly of common words and phrases that are accessible to learners at the A2 level. For example, phrases like feeling unwell, bright colors, and banishing the darkness are indicative of vocabulary appropriate for this level. 2. Sentence structure. The sentences in the story are generally short and uncomplicated, with clear subject-verb-object structures. Complex sentence structures or clauses are rare, and the narrative is easy to follow without requiring advanced grammatical knowledge. 3. Dialogues. The dialogues between characters are simple and direct, with minimal use of slang or idiomatic expressions that might confuse learners at lower proficiency levels. The conversations focus on conveying basic information and emotions, without delving into nuanced or complex topics. 4. Narrative complexity. While the story touches on themes of love, loss, and overcoming adversity, the presentation of these themes is straightforward and accessible. The plot unfolds in a linear fashion, without significant twists or turns that might challenge readers beyond the A2 level. 5. Overall comprehensibility. A reader with an A2 level of English proficiency should be able to understand the story with relative ease, as it is written in a manner that aligns with their language abilities. The use of simple vocabulary, clear sentence structures, and uncomplicated dialogues ensures that the story remains comprehensible to learners at this level. Overall, the story demonstrates characteristics consistent with materials designed for learners at the A2 level of English proficiency, making it suitable for language learners who are still building their foundational skills in the language. Here are 10 words, phrases from the story along with their meanings, examples from the story, and real-life usage. 1. Deteriorate. Meaning, to become worse in condition or quality over time. Example from the story. Isolde's condition continues to deteriorate. Real-life usage. The old building has been deteriorating for years due to neglect. 2. Plague. Meaning, to cause constant trouble or distress. Example from the story. The darkness that plagues Isolde. Real-life usage. The city was plagued by traffic congestion every rush hour. 3. Consume. Meaning, to completely absorb or engulf something. Example from the story. The darkness is lurking, waiting to consume me. Real-life usage. Her passion for music consumed her every waking moment. 4. Renewed. Meaning, restored to a previous state or condition. Example from the story. With renewed determination, Julian sets out to save Isolde. Real-life usage. She felt a renewed sense of hope after receiving the good news. 5. Desperate. Meaning, feeling or showing a sense of despair or urgency. Example from the story. Julian becomes increasingly desperate to help Isolde. Real-life usage. The stranded hikers grew desperate as night fell and they had no shelter. 6. Vanquish. Meaning, to defeat thoroughly or conquer. Example from the story. Julian and Isolde vanquish the darkness together. Real-life usage. The hero vanquished the villain and saved the kingdom from destruction. 7. Revel. Meaning, to take great pleasure or delight in something. Example from the story. Julian and Isolde revel in the warmth of their love. Real-life usage. They revealed the beauty of the sunset as they walked along the beach. 8. Obstacle. Meaning, something that obstructs or hinders progress. Example from the story. Julian encounters many obstacles on his journey to save Isolde. Real-life usage. Lack of funding has been a major obstacle to completing the project on time. 9. Embark. Meaning, to begin a journey or undertaking. Example from the story. Julian and Isolde embark on a journey of healing and transformation. Real-life usage. They decided to embark on a road trip across the country during their summer vacation. 10. Unwavering. Meaning, firm and determined, not faltering or wavering. Example from the story. Isolde's unwavering trust in Julian gives him strength. Real-life usage. Despite the challenges, her unwavering commitment to her goals never wavered. Here are 3 things that readers can learn from the story. 1. The power of love and determination. The story illustrates how love and determination can overcome even the darkest of challenges. Julian's unwavering love for Isolde gives him the strength and motivation to confront the darkness that plagues her. Similarly, Isolde's trust in Julian empowers him to find a way to save her. Through their love and determination, they are able to banish the darkness and find a path to healing. 2. The importance of belief in oneself and others. The story highlights the significance of believing in oneself and in others. Julian's belief in his ability to save Isolde, coupled with Isolde's unwavering trust in him, plays a crucial role in their journey towards overcoming adversity. Their mutual belief in each other's strength and resilience strengthens their bond and enables them to face the challenges ahead with courage and resilience. 3. The value of perseverance and hope. Despite facing numerous obstacles and setbacks, Julian and Isolde persevere in their quest to overcome the darkness. Their perseverance is fueled by hope. Hope for a brighter future. Hope for a life free from the shadows that threaten to engulf them. The story teaches readers the importance of holding on to hope, even in the darkest of times, and never giving up on oneself or on those we love. It reminds us that as long as there is hope, there is always a chance for light to prevail over darkness. This story and voiceover have been provided by English Made Easy. Learn through stories. Copying or re-uploading is strictly prohibited.